Hi, it's Chris Watkin here. As you know, I'm a huge fan of the self-employed model, and I've got Peggy Sue and Ashley Brown here from Remax, who were actually the first agency in the UK to offer the self-employed model, but you've been quite quiet. So what I'd like to find out today is what's Remax all about? What's the self-employed model all about? I know you're the boss lady of it, along with Andre, and you're an associate. So tell me a bit about what Remax is all about.
Sure. So I started with Remax as a franchisee, as an office owner about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And it just happened that we were, fairly successful. That 6 years ago we took over the master franchise, and we started developing the models, the training, the program, and so forth. And since then we've developed a network, and that particular network is really an opportunity for self-employed agents, really more with entrepreneurial spirit, to be able to run the business within a business, which is an office, and develop the business for incredibly low cost.
I mean, Remax came on the scene in the UK, what was it, about 15 years ago, 20 years ago?
So that's when we first started.
Okay, and a lot of PR, some good PR, bit of ugly PR.
Bit of both.
Okay, why have you almost gone off the radar in the last 5, 6, 7 years?
Sure.
Because let's be frank here, Keller Williams, they're all over the shop, aren't they? And Benjamin Stevens and others, EXP. What makes, tell me a bit about yourselves.
Perhaps I have this confused hat on because I started initially as, you can say, an office owner. We run almost, it looks like a traditional setup. We have an office, high street office. We have all the systems in it, tools. The difference really is that we look for a certain type of individuals who fit our model, typically on the Pareto model. I don't know if you know that, the 20-80 model, and I can go into that a bit later. And the aim really is to develop them, because what we didn't like with what our predecessor did is that it was a bit showy, really glitzy, and it was all about them, and it was all about the brand only. What we wanted to do is to develop, to have individuals who were successful. So our focus was really, let's create the model as it should be, let's run the training, let's test it. I became an agent too, just to ensure that the training worked. And we wanted to create success within the office, and only by then it makes sense to talk about Remax rather than reverse.
Ashley, when did you join Remax?
So I joined Remax around 8 years ago.
Okay, so you've been there a long time.
A long time, yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You were an agent before?
I was. So previous to Remax, I only managed around 6 months. I'll get to that later. I managed 6 months at a traditional high street company called Ludlow Thompson, actually. So they're quite
good firm. Yeah,
they're quite good. So I done that, and then I joined Remax after and found my home, if you pardon the cliche. So and then stayed there, and I was there for 8 years, and I'm still an agent, active agent now. Okay.
So what does Remax do for you as an associate?
Remax, it does exactly what it says in the tin, Chris. It allows you to run a business within a business with a support network. That's there. Everyone's different. For me, I do not want to be micromanaged.
Okay.
And what I love about Remax is that there is a support network when you need it, though at the same time, if you don't need the help, you can carry on and you haven't got somebody micromanaging you.
Okay, so is it just like one office in London, or have you got lots of, like one central hub? Or?
Yeah, no, we have, there's about 25 offices.
25 offices?
Yes.
Wow.
And
So, I mean, we're now in end of February. How many sort of listings have you? If I went to Rightmove and looked at all of them, how many would we be talking?
So we're on all three portals, Rightmove, Zoopla, and On the Market, and we have about 800 sales.
800?
Yes.
You've been very quiet, haven't you?
Well,
it's not a criticism.
Thank you. I think the focus has always been to really focus on the agent.
And you grow a lot, the agents.
Yes, it's a personal development, and it's about ensuring that they do the training, they apply.
Because, I mean, there are some self-employed models that are coming from America where it's all singing, all dancing, all glitzy. You said you wanted to do it the other way around and actually prove the model and actually...
Yes. That was important for us.
Why?
Well, for me, is because they tried doing it the first way. I think every US brand, although we're not US brand, we're a global brand, but every US brand comes over and say we're the biggest, we're the best, and this is what we do. And I think you have to kind of understand each area. Every area is different. London is a collection of different villages.
People tend to find us as well, right? We have some
Yeah.
it's really nice to see how organically different people walk through the door and how they
This is
care about
associates that want to...
associates. So a lot of agents that join Remax are seeing their friends and family doing really well and joining, by referral. So it's a different way of getting people through the door that works just as effectively.
Okay.
Well, think about it. We're in 115 countries, 8,500 offices. So the global referral network is huge. And so, it makes sense in that way. And again, I came from being an office owner. I had a regional owner before me, who did it the reverse, and it didn't work. And also, I think people can see through that.
I don't want you to mention names, but can you see certain firms making the same mistakes that probably you did 10 years ago?
Yes. Practically everyone.
Yeah, we're not criticising, we're not mentioning names. So what do you get out of being an agent? Because I know you are actually a writer by passion. So it's enabled you to be an agent, yet at the same time go down the route. I know we're going to go into a lot more detail in a separate video.
So it's interesting, Chris. I guess life we're always figuring out as we go along to a certain extent. So I started out as a lawyer, realised it was way too structured for me, and I sort of fell into property, if you like.
Okay. Doesn't everyone though?
Yeah, exactly right. So I fell into property. I started at Ludlow Thompson, and I liked it. I thought, this is me. It's interesting people. I liked the work, and I flew to the top very quickly. So I thought, not too bad at this. So it's because it's a people's business, and I love people. So I love working with people. And I'll get to why I left Ludlow Thompson a little bit later. Though what I realised was, when I was introduced to the concept of Remax, it would allow me to have everything I've already got at Ludlow Thompson, as well as unlimited potential to, with regards to my earnings and the freedom. Because I was looking for more of a lifestyle as opposed to just a career. I wanted a career that gave me a lifestyle with it. I've always been, from a young age, aware of what everyone gets to sort of 50 and then it's like, oh my gosh, I want that lifestyle balance. I kind of wanted that from the get-go, and that's what leaving law made me realise very early on. And then I found it all with Remax. So it gave me a career I loved that worked with my lifestyle. So I had the time to develop myself creatively.
Okay. I mean, I know we're going to be talking to Graham later, who's South Africa's #1 real estate coach. You've actually brought him in to teach you that. What do you personally get out of helping almost I know they're associates, they're not you're not their boss, but almost like your babies, aren't they?
It's really tremendous seeing that journey of them, because the investment is both ways. They give in, and you only get back when they succeed.
And how does that make you feel?
Phenomenal, because I wouldn't be doing this 15 years later if I didn't truly believe in it. For us, it's been a really difficult journey. It's not easy in the United Kingdom. I know Remax is a success.
Well, you're in London. I mean, talk about starting in the wrong place.
I agree.
At the right place. London's a great city.
I'm talking about central London, suburbs. That's fine. But
London.
But if you control central London,
true.
Yeah. London's where the party's at, Chris. Trust me, come on over. The party's, the water's good.
But also, Chris, you have to remember, London, 60% of the properties are bought by foreigners.
Yes.
International buyers.
It's a different way of doing things to how things are done.
So for us, Remax actually has a much bigger presence. When we go to sellers, they recognise us from, any of one of those countries.
What was the final thing, both you and Ashley, you first, what would you say to anyone who's considering self-employed agency, looking at all the different models, why should they consider Remax? And please make it short and sweet.
Okay, well, for one, you can join Remax and it's going to cost you nothing other than £350 a year to join for an annual fee. And you're going to have a platform and a network that will help you grow your business from nothing. So you've got nothing to lose.
And how do you split the fees?
So, they start on 50-50, and there's no monthly costs, and then they can go up to 80%. So we have agents on 80%. One of our agents just 2 weeks ago.
And you help with the marketing and the backup and everything
Yeah, so
else?
we provide all portal pass and so forth, and
Computer,
all the tools,
emails.
systems. We give them a website.
Sounds good. Guys, I've not been paid to do this video yet. As you know, I'm a huge fan of self-employed agency. So if I didn't think they were any good, they wouldn't be sitting on the Watkin sofa. Check them out and do your own homework. Thanks very much. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.